Indie games. We love them, we hate them. However, sometimes we feel so strongly about them that we feel compelled to make reviews on them for the whole world to see. That's right folks, we're those nerds. We are the Indie Crew. Now just who the hell are we? Well, we're currently a group of 5 game reviewers who review strictly indie games. You can expect to find all sorts of reviews on here, of all different types of indie games, from big titles such as FNAF World and Subnautica, to indie classics like The Binding of Isaac, Papers, Please, and Untitled Goose Game, to completely obscure stuff, like, I bet you've never heard of Lights On or Duke Dashington Remastered, but we have it here, along with so much more. It's actually kind of weird to take a look back on the journey I've been through with this channel. Like, it simply started off as just me and 3 of my friends posting some little reviews of our favourite indie gems, but I believe that this channel has become way more than that. I've gotten to discover some awesome games, and meet even awesomer people. It's honestly kind of crazy to take a look back on all the members we've had, because we've surprisingly been through quite a few now. Some really cool and some, not so brilliant, but nevertheless, I think the transformation this channel has taken is super cool, and I'm confident that if you gave our reviews a watch, you'd come to love our channel as much as I do. I mean, clearly we're doing something right because we managed to hit 50 subscribers recently. A really low number, I'm aware, but it honestly means the world to me that even 50 people have felt the need to click the subscribe button. Genuinely thanks to everyone that subscribed. Now look, this channel is called the Indie Crew, for a reason. Obviously I'm not the only one here. That'd be a really boring channel. Without further ado, I'ma let these goofy little goobers introduce themselves for you. Hopefully you come to enjoy their presence as much as I admittedly do.
Hello, I'm Plat. I review some indie games on this channel. Some of my favourites are I Am Your Beast, which the song you're hearing now is from the game's OST, Pavlov VR, People Playground, Ultra Kill, Stray, and many, many more. But alas, I can't go on forever. Aside from playing games, some of my other hobbies include watching movies, listening to music, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm a very, very thrilling person to be around. Some of my favourite genres are FPS games and story-driven games like Detroit Become Human. I also enjoy co-op and party games like Lethal Company and the Jackbox series. And now, the story of how I found the Indie Crew. It's truly thrilling. I was scrolling through Casting Call Club one night at like 4 AM. And I saw the Indie Crew looking for new members, and I thought, that's pretty cool. So I auditioned, and I waited like, I don't know, maybe a week, and I was in, and I never looked back. Anyway, that's about all I gotta say. See ya.
Hey folks, I'm Red. I'm the most recent addition to the Indie Crew channel. Some of my favourite indie games are Little Nightmares, Night in the Woods, Octodad, FNAF, Little Misfortune, Raft, and that's just to name a few. My favourite game genres are indie, obviously. Horror, puzzle, simulator, and adventure. Now, outside of games, I'm living a double life. I'm Spider-Man! No, it's more realistic to say I'm very different in my real life. I passionately love writing. I write poems, scripts, songs, stories. I love writing so much. I love going outside on walks and adventures with my friends, no matter how useless they are at navigating. Music is my heart. I am an absolute metalhead, especially new metal. That's enough about me. Y'all don't need to know my secret identity. Yet.
Hey there, my name is MagneMighty, and I'm another member of the Indie Crew. I joined because my good friend, who many of you know as Ghostwaffles, DM'd me about joining the Indie Crew, and I was like, sure, why not? And the rest is history. I've often loved indie games due to their uniqueness from AAA games like Final Fantasy or GTA. My first ever experience with an indie game was the amazing and beautiful Undertale. I could yap on and on about the nearly 3-year-long phase I've had with the game, and how it's also made me figure out gay people exist, so that's fun. Ever since then, I've loved literally everything to do with Undertale, and that's how I became involved with indie games. I also love games like Deltarune, Jenny LeClue Detectivu, The Escapists, Finding Isaac Afterbirth Plus, Friday Night Funkin', and a whole lot more. My favourites are mainly either fast-paced action games or rhythm games, and I usually prefer 2D ones. Aside from the Indie Crew, I myself have a YouTube channel in which I mostly make videos in a series known as Unused and Unseen, in which I use the Cutting Room Floor website to find unused and unseen content in video games. I also voice act as well as work in retail. It's actually better than it sounds, so I do have quite a busy life, but that's enough from me, so let's move on to the others.
Hello, my name is DarkDestroyer.
My current favourite indie games are Dead Cells, Terraria, Carry On, and my all-time favourites are those from the FNAF franchise. I personally love the horror genre when it comes to games, but I have been playing more open world adventure games, so I guess I like those too. As well as co-op, because I love teaming up with my friends, because as you know, friends just make everything a lot less boring. Even when I'm playing single player games, I sometimes call my friends to make it more entertaining. The interest I have outside of the game would probably have to be drawing, because it's fun to draw things. For example, I like drawing comics because I get to put my imagination to it. It's also the same reason I like writing books or song lyrics. Well, that's all I have to say, so I guess I'll see you in my next review. Bye!
And finally, hi, I'm Ghostwaffles, the founder and self-proclaimed mother of the Indie Crew. Funnily enough, the entire idea for this channel started when I went for a piss in the lovely school restrooms and thought to myself, whoa, a group channel where we review indie games would be pretty fucking cool, and now here we are. Now, I've always had a strange preference towards indie games rather than AAA games. It's not that I hate AAA games, in fact, Detroit Become Human, GTA 5 and Astro Bot are some of my favourite games of all time. Honestly, I'm willing to bet that I probably just prefer indie games because they're usually way easier than AAA games. Whatever my reasoning is though, indie games for me will always have a special place in my heart, hence why I try my absolute best to capture every single aspect of a game within my reviews. I could honestly stand here for days and list off all my favourite indie games, but I'll try to keep my list short. My favourite indie games include Shovel Knight, Celeste, Inside, Geometry Dash, Angerfoot, Boomerang Fu, Just Shapes and Beats, Ghost Runner, and many, many more. I'm always willing to try out all types of genres, but my favourites will always be platformers, preferably 2D ones, but I'm open to 3D ones, and FPSs. My hobbies outside of indie games include adding to my personal YouTube channel, voice acting, watching anime, making music, and staring blankly at a brick wall whilst trying to forget how cruel, miserable, and depressing this world truly is. It's also probably important to mention that I am not just a reviewer here, I edit every single video you see here, I help write every single review, and I'm basically the one who keeps everything organised and etc. Hell, I'm the one who proposed the idea of the very video you're watching. So yeah, if you're going to be an avid viewer of the channel, you may want to get used to my looming presence here. Other than that, that's basically about it for me. Can you tell I have no life? And there you go. That's currently all the members of the Indie Crew. If you do plan on sticking around, then hopefully you'll come to like us all. I usually try to get at least one review out per weekend. Emphasis on the trying there. We're all currently teenagers with pretty busy school lives, so sometimes this goal can be a bit difficult. But hey, we're certainly trying our best. Anyways, thanks for watching. I want to give a big thank you to Miss Textures for the video's thumbnail, and also to TuneUp for these amazing drawings of each of our characters. If you want more updates on any of our videos, then I'd highly recommend joining our community Discord server, which can be found in the description below, along with Miss Textures and TuneUp socials. See you later!